everyone, I'm Kaori over here, and I'm here with my friend John Quick.
And if you guys saw our last video and it looks like we're wearing the same clothes, I assure you we did not just record this one immediately afterwards. This is actually recorded weeks apart. We just coordinated our efforts, and I got this shirt dry cleaned. It was an ordeal.
I did not wash my clothes from point A to point
all.
B.
She didn't. She really smells right now.
Yes, and my dog did not wash her fur from point A to point B either.
Well, never mind. Going on with that. What? Okay, so Voltron, Legendary Defender, Netflix original series.
Yes, Legendary Defender, Netflix original series. It was really good. I really liked it. So we are going to spoil the shit out of this series. It's 12 episodes long. So if you haven't seen the show and don't want to be spoiled, then you should press pause and come back when you're done. Right?
Yes.
Yes. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about our positives and then our negatives. So, a little backstory of the experience we've had with Voltron. Myself, as a kid, I used to watch it when the 90s version, when Princess was actually had to take over, and Paladins weren't necessarily the ones that rode the lions. It was all different back then, but that was my history. I don't have strong memories of it because I was so young back then, but I have really fond memories of it. How about you?
Yeah, I remember watching the 90s series, and I also really remember watching the old it's 70s or 80s series.
Super old.
Yeah, these super old series. And I don't remember necessarily any details, really weirdly.
Yeah.
Other than
No, me too.
Other than Forge Flaming Sword. Always remember that. And I always thought because I always thought it was weird that they would always bring out the sword to kill something when they had lasers.
Yeah.
I was like, why are you... It's why are you bringing out the strip of metal? You could just blast him.
Yeah. I have vague memories of Voltron is what I can tell you. I remember also there's not just the Voltron lines. There's various renditions of Voltron. There's one with, I think, 21 spaceships that become a Voltron. It's all crazy.
I think it was Masex is the guy's name. Masex is this guy that way back in the 80s. He was one of the first guys that was really bringing anime over to the US, and he's a little bit of a controversial figure because I don't know, I think Voltron might be the same way, but I know for a fact that this is the way with Robotech. Masex is responsible for Robotech, and that is actually 3 different animes spliced together to somehow make one series. And that's really what Masex was doing a lot, as opposed to straight, localizing a show for an American audience. He would take different series from over in Japan, and it makes sense because certain anime series are only 12 episodes long. Sure. It's a harder sell to get American broadcasters to put something like that on the TV. So he would create basically longer series by splicing other series, by splicing some of them together to create, these kind of Frankenstein's monsters. And you don't know that until you try to find. It's I want to watch Robotech in the original Japanese.
Yeah, I mean there you have it. And so let's talk about Voltron, Legendary Defender. Overall thoughts? Did you like it? Did you not like it?
I mean, this was done by Joaquin dos Santos, who is one of the producers responsible for for Avatar: The Last Airbender, and also for Legend of Korra. Mm-hmm. Actually, there are 2 producers on that, and it was using the same animation studio that did both Legend of Korra and Avatar: The Last Airbender, Studio Mir. So it's an art style that I love, created by people whose content that I love. So yes.
Yeah.
And my knee is tasty. It tastes like ham.
Has a lot of sodium on it, probably.
Yeah, because I salt my knee for medical reasons.
You're like, oh, Wakame's coming over? I need to salt that knee.
Yeah, that is a thing I do, people, on the internet. I'm single, by the way, if anyone is wondering.
He will salt his knee for you.
I will salt my knee
if
for you.
If you like that kind of stuff.
But Voltron.
But Voltron. I really liked it. I was really surprised by it. I was kind of sketchy because I'm always kind of worried about how remakes or a newer generation of a rendition is going to act. But this was really well done. I thought the humor was there, and also the seriousness was there. There was a perfect boundary set between it. The storyline was well flowed. I liked the pacing of it. It wasn't too slow. It wasn't too fast. I am sad that the ending was hit on.
It was a cliffhanger. They left us on a cliff.
You're like, damn it!
They did. Yeah, they left us on a cliffhanger ending, which like angered the hell out of me because they were just like, well, apparently they're so secure in the fact that they're gonna get a season 2. I'm just like,
they will get a season 2.
Yeah, I mean they most likely will, but like that would be a really crappy way to end off your entire series if you only get one shot at it. It is like, oh, all of the lions are scattered across the cosmos at random places because they just got thrown off while we're mid wormhole.
Yeah.
So, like that annoyed me. Because
that was my biggest peeve of it. I thought Pidge was a little annoying at times.
You thought I thought Lance was annoying.
Oh, I love Lance.
You love.
I loved all of the two men, the black Platin
Shiro.
and the red Platin.
Shiro and Keith.
Yes, Keith. Of course, you like Keith. It's Glenn from Walking Dead.
It's not bad. Keith was like. Keith is fun. Keith was definitely like the cocky guy.
But he was like Keith is not cocky. Lance is cocky.
Yeah, that's true. Lance is the cocky asshole.
Yeah.
And the wannabe ladies man. I hate the wannabe ladies.
Yeah, that was really annoying.
Well, the wannabe ladies. My always problem with the wannabe ladies man is they want to make them come off as hapless, but they always come off as rapey to me. Or like really. Really rapey.
Well, that didn't come off that way for me, but he did. There were moments of him that I didn't find as interesting. I would say I solidly liked all of the paladins, but by far is Keith. Keith is it Lance? Lance. I can confuse their names. Yeah. Lance and Shiro were my two favorites. And everyone, you kind of see.
I mean Keith and huh? Keith, Shiro, and Lance. I was Hunk, Pidge, and Shiro.
Hunk, Pidge, and Shiro are your favorites?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's a shame that we didn't really get to see many of their backstories except for Pidge's.
Yeah.
So I hope we get to see more of that. And I get that it's really condensed because virtually it's this 22-minute episode, so they really couldn't have it, and I wouldn't have enjoyed the pacing as much, maybe. But I would have liked to see more of their backstory. We didn't get to see what happened to Pidge's family yet. Yeah,
we saw a little bit. We kind of get an idea, like, from some of Shiro's.
Barely.
Barely any flashbacks. And then we have that, like, weird witch woman that was saying that she was going to create him into being, like, their best weapon. Of course, we also don't know how exactly he lost his arm.
We don't. And there's a lot of questions that we need to find out. So that's why they need to season 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
But their Aegis. Mm-hmm. Like, I noticed that, like, the Emperor was wielding the Black Paladin's Aegis.
Yeah.
Which I was just like, oh, that's interesting. How?
Well, that's why the last episode was called the Black Paladin. There's something there.
Yeah.
You know? It's a mystery.
Also, like I'm surprised that they named Shiro because that's Japanese for white, but he's the Black Paladin. So, but I guess Kuro doesn't really work all that well as a name.
I think Shiro is just a very valiant name. You might not need to look behind it. You might maybe have a meaning later. I mean, he's the only one with a Japanese name.
That's true.
You know, and also like in the original series, the Red Paladin was actually the leader, so a lot of things switched around. So I don't know. I try not to deal with logistics in the show just yet.
It's fair enough. But again, no, I love this series just for the action, for the humor, for all the characters. Like even I don't say like I hated Lance all the time, just at certain moments, like when he wouldn't stop hitting on the princess, or
I like Princess Allura a lot.
Yeah, I liked Princess Allura a lot too.
Me too. I thought her commander guy, he's supposed to be a lot more I'm used to a version of him being a lot more serious, but he was straight goofy, almost just nuts.
I liked it. I liked the goofball guy.
Yeah.
I actually, but like again, I think that's a character that's in every single Avatar series. They have that one character that is that like kind of sort of fast talking weirdo. And he filled, like, for whatever reason, those characters always make me laugh. So he filled that one. He definitely filled that requirement for me.
What are some of your favorite moments in the series?
I think, like, all-time favorite moments is when they go back and they save that living planet.
Okay.
I'm trying to...
It's something with B.
Yeah, the
like Valerians or something.
Valerian. Yeah, something like that,
Yeah, sure.
Like, I liked that. I also liked how, like, they came back to this because they went and they got that crystal, and then Hunk says, "We're going to come back for you," and they actually do, but they don't do it immediately. It takes a couple of episodes, and then they manage to work their way back.
Yeah, I like that. It worked out well. Again, the pacing.
Yeah, the pace and the flow, and then, like, especially, like, leading in, like, after they capture Princess Allura and they take her to, like, right at the heart of the Empire, and, like, that was, like, a really, really sense, especially how, like, they set it up well at the beginning with Lance saying, it's like, why don't we just go there and, destroy them? It's like, because that would be suicide. And then what are they doing by the end of that episode? Hey, guys, we're going to go straight to the heart of the Empire and do this.
They had no choice, right?
Yeah.
And also Lance is taken over by his need for some sort of vengeance, and that it causes him a lot of... He almost lost his life in this last one, which is scary. And I also really like how Allura just always has new tricks up her sleeve. Like, she always has something new, and you're like, oh, she can do this, or she can disguise herself as that, or she's willing to do this. She's an amazing character.
Yeah, I did like a lot of the acknowledgement that this is, like, that these Earthlings, like, first off, Earth has almost nothing to do with anything. Like, these guys just happen to be from Earth, and these are the Paladins, but they're tooling about with two aliens.
Yeah.
And there's a lot that, especially with, like, I mean, a lot of people don't like the food jokes, especially when, like, in anime and cartoon series, when they make, like, a point about either characters being hungry or, like, or there's always that, like, joke about there's always a character that is hungry or eats a lot. But in this case, I thought it was just funny, just, like, how much of, like, the alien food that was just getting put in front of them, and they were just like, okay, this is a thing now.
Right. That's cute, though.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite moments were a lot of the comedy, especially when they first transformed to Voltron and Hunk was like, I'm a leg! And then the next episode, they go back to it where he's trying to be the head. He's like, well, can I be the head now? And they're like, dude, you said you were the leg. And he was like, well, next time, can we just trade?
It's like, oh, I didn't know that was like an all the time thing.
Yeah. It was so funny.
Oh, did you like the mice?
I didn't really understand them, to be honest with you. I guess they had served its purpose, but I didn't.
I think it was like the way that they had it is like they were with Princess Allura in like her hibernation pod for like 10,000 years or something like that, and so like now because of that, part of them is connected to her, so she has a psychic link with mice.
Yeah,
making her kind of Cinderella-y, I guess. It's like.
I think it's funny how a lot of how also Pidgey she admits that she's a she. Half of them are like, yeah, we already knew.
That's like they were like, except for Lance, who like had no clue, but everyone's like, oh yeah, that makes sense, sure, why not? And then like everyone's like, and then Lance is the only one that's like, what? Yeah,
was it Lance or Keith?
Lance.
Okay,
it was Lance.
I get those names confused, but anyways, it's just funny because everyone's like, we thought you were a boy or what? You know, it was just little things like that. I thought the comedy was really good. So, that being said, is there anything else you want to say about the show? Positives or negatives?
Watch it. Watch this show. It is very, very, very well done, made by really, really talented people.
Agree.
So, watch this show.
Really, really good. I was pleasantly surprised, and I watched it once through, and then I had my brother watch it with me again, and he loves it.
Yeah.
So you tune in to that show and then let us know what you think by commenting below. And also don't forget to press that thumbs up, subscribe, and let me know what you thought again. And also tell a friend a day about this channel. And we are going to find 4 more Pomeranians and make a Pomeranian Voltron. And in the meantime, while we try to do that, where can people follow you, John?
They can follow me on Twitter at @NowQuick.
Hopefully you can tweet him and get him to be on Twitter a little more.
Yeah, that's a thing now.
That's a thing. Who knows? And then you can also follow me at KAORIOUS. That's Kaorius. everywhere and anywhere. And if you like Wakame, she is on Instagram _Wakame-chan. So thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll talk some more about some other stuff some other time. Catch you guys later.
Night.
Bye.